dispensary. I mean, it was like mids at best.
Yeah.
Well, that bud is real sugary, Terp.
What you got right there? So, hey, that's a shit that fucked me up right there.
What?
That Blazing Asian got on the camera. That shit sent me to ooh-wee.
Some sauce.
Yeah, sauce and a little bit of diamond sugary sauce.
All right, guys, and we're live.
Woohoo!
Everybody.
Right. What's up, everybody?
Got the chat opened up in a reasonable fashion this time. I didn't have to have the lineup waiting there at the door, waiting to be let in. That's quite nice. So we got most of the usuals here today, and got a few messages from others saying that they'll be along shortly. So, but in the meantime, why don't we go around and do our introduction? Let everyone know what we're puffing on. We'll start with the man on my right hand here, Dick Pick. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Not a whole lot, man. Just left old Blazing Asians over there. He had me stuck, man.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, man, that was nice. But we just went to the little local dispensary and stuff. They had what is it, birthday party? Nice. By New Cultivar. I wanted to check them out. They're new to the Illinois scene. The flower seemed decently. It wasn't super dry like a lot of the dispensary flower is around here. I'm trying to see what the harvest date and package date is. So yeah, they harvested it on 10/15 and they packaged it on the 24th. So that was a pretty good cure for Chicago standards or Illinois standards. Some of the dispensaries around here don't do the cure thing at all. So yeah, I got some of that and some birthday cake as well, some flour. Yeah, and then I got a dab left of this cherry gorilla. I'm excited about. I haven't tried that one yet, so
I'll try that.
Yeah. Thanks to Blazing Asian, he gave me some of that to try tonight, so I'm pretty stoked on that one.
Nice. I understand you got some really good news in the last few days. Mind sharing that with everybody?
Oh man, yeah. I mean, it was one after another after another. It was just crazy. You know, a week ago, my niece was in open heart surgery and everything like that, and it was touch and go for a really long time. It was complicated. I thought her chest was only open for like 12 hours, but it ended up being like a day and a half that it was actually like open and they were observing everything, and she's home now. You know what I mean? So that's just phenomenal. Within a week, you know, one day they were able to take out the feeding tube, and the next day the breathing tube, and then the next day, you know, they got her off the respirator altogether, and you know, it's just really amazing.
That's awesome, man. That's all. I have almost got tears in my eyes just hearing that.
Yeah.
That's
Pretty cool.
It's wild. So now my brother has a all new set of challenges, you know, but
a new set of challenges in that this kid's going to be unstoppable.
That's what I told him. That's what I told him.
You better look out.
He wasn't an angel at all times either, too. So you know.
You know what though? I've heard of this curse, right? Where your parents are like, "I hope your kids grow up to be just like you," and you know what? My kids are a hell of a lot better than I am, and now they haven't reached teenager years yet. So I got to throw that in there. But I look at, say, like my brother. He was hell on wheels before me, and his kids both grew up to be pretty good. My younger sister, who's got kids older than my kids, you know, her kids are pretty good too. And my youngest sister, who was the best of the four kids, her kids are fucking hell. So I shouldn't say that. Like, they're great kids, but you know how toddlers get, man. They don't listen. They do what they want. Like good kids,
Yeah.
We know that. I should kind of just make sure I clarify that. I don't want. He's great though, my nephew. It's just every time you talk to her on the phone or like one of my other sister or whatever, it's just like, oh yeah, you should see what he did now. And I'm like, my kids never did that, and I love it.
Yeah.
Great. So your brother could be in luck with that. I don't subscribe to that one.
She's gonna be the first president of the world.
Dude, that'd be all right. That'd be all right. She's a survivor. We know that, man. We know that.
Yeah. I really appreciate all the love and support, everybody, throughout all that, man. That was huge. Yeah, like y'all stepped up, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah. I get that. It helps having a good cast of characters around you to help lean on you and lift you up when you're feeling down. It's
Yeah, man. No doubt.
thankful for
No
the same
doubt.
things. All right. Well, let's kick it down the line again. Let's see. Terp, how you doing, brother?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Oh, really good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing a little better this week, so mental health is doing a little better, so that's good.
I like to hear that. I like to hear that.
Just staying busy, just trying to work and keep my head straight. That's about it.
It's good. It's good.
Had to chop down a bunch of plants. I had a freak out episode, so I wiped my whole fucking grow because I got too worried. So I chopped everything down, including all my good stuff. So yeah, just I got some seeds to start over with, so that's what I'm gonna do.
All right. What are you guys smoking on tonight?
We went and picked up some Blue Dream from the dispensary. They have a pretty good variety of it, and I got one big fat nug out of the deal, so we're smoking on that right now. Yeah, pretty delicious. It was a nice big nug. So.
Oh yeah, that's one of my faves right there, Blue Dream. Good strain.
Yeah, that's what we did. Just mental health week, and paid the price for it. Is what it is. So.
Yep.
It's a new day, a new week.
New day, new week, and that's what I'm trying to do. Just trying to move forward. So.
Yeah, I hear that. Keep picking your feet up, man. That's all you can do.
I'm glad to have you around, shit, man.
Always. I look forward to every conversation with you, man.
Thanks, I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you, guys. Thanks for your support. It's good to hear Hadley's doing well.
I appreciate that.
It always sucks when kids, go through trauma. It's never a good thing.
Yeah.
All right, and Rick, the old guy, how you doing, brother? Haven't talked to you in a little while. Oh, are you stuffing your face right now?
Well, I'm just finishing up here. Excuse me while I finish up.
Well, we can kick it on down the line and get back to you if you want. You finish up there. We'll put you.
No, I need a little break here. Yeah, things are really going well in the garden. And what I just realized was that I got all of my material from you this time, and I had to sex some of the plants because they were grown from seed, and of course I put the other plants into the room, and they got like a 2.5 week head start. And I thought, well, I've got to wait for these ones to catch up. But then I just realized today that because they're growing from seed, I mean, they're just so much more vigorous. They're catching up incredibly fast. I'm probably going to flip in the next day or two.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's exciting. I know when I got to talk to you yesterday. You took me, sorry about that. You took me on that quick little tour of your room there, and I was just like wow. And you were really excited about the vigor on those, and it was just like, yeah.
Oh yeah, and the stalk is so thick and strong, and yeah, they're really taking off. Yeah.
I like to hear that.
Yeah, so that's pretty exciting.
And so those are my violator crossed with Chemdog Afghani pollen, is I believe what those ones were. So, and those are the F2s that I'm working on right now. So hopefully if we take the goodness that we had there that you've like in that line and push that forward to an F2, I think I finally got my first good male that I can deal with, that's really encouraging. Just I've never had that like stem rubbing where you're like, yeah, that's puke. Definitely. I'm pretty sure that smells like puke. Been there, done that, right? You know that smell.
Makes you gag.
Yeah. Yeah.
Smelled that one many a time in a car.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And the high school days were great. So, Blazing Asian, how you doing, brother? It's great to see you as always.
Going on?
Oh, not much. What are you smoking?
I am smoking on the birthday party.
Nice.
Yeah. Smells pretty good. So see how that goes.
You what was I gonna say? One of the guys I work with, he went to one of the native dispensaries. That I like out here, native dispensaries are completely not regulated like the way every other ones are, so they can sell better product and stuff. And they so one of our guys I work with, they went to check this one out, and he brought back a half ounce of what I didn't get to try it yet, but it actually looked like some pretty decent stuff. So I might actually go dispensary hopping because you guys are always have like these jars of really cool looking shit, and I get jealous. I'm not gonna lie. I talk shit about dispensaries, but I'm like, you guys have all this cool stuff, and I just got my boring fucking slurricane, and I'm tired of it. And then,
That's what I want, dude.
I know.
Dude,
Pretty
you gotta
wild.
go search through it. I gave the secret away to shop in those dispensaries a few episodes.
Yeah.
So you gotta go look at if they have the test results and stuff on them. Look at the 1 grams and the 3 grams and the difference between them. Whichever one test higher is where you know they put top nugs in. Those are the ones they put the top nugs in. Because sometimes the 3.5 grams test higher than the 1 grams.
yeah,
That's because they put all the tops in the 3 in the 8s.
huh?
And then sometimes it'll just be all 1 gram tops because you can tell because they'll test higher. So I
They're
think they
putting
like to
straight.
switch it up to try and move product, but I'm onto their little fucking games.
See, now,
They do some shiesty stuff in Illinois.
Yeah, they do.
in Oklahoma, they got it in a big, huge jar behind the counter, and you
no.
tell them how much you want, and they pick it out with little tweezers, put it into on the scale.
We don't know what we have until we
It's
get
just
home.
like
and open it.
Amsterdam, man. That's awesome.
But the same way up here in Canada, you don't know what's in there until you get home.
I mean,
And-
you can look
Wow.
at it, but you don't know how dry it is. You don't know if they captured the terps right. You don't know any of that stuff. So you find a cultivar you like, and you kind of stick with them. You know what I mean? But it's hard when they charge so much. So I have to do the ones down at the sale prices and stuff, and that's still a lot. So
See, when I go to the dispensary, it's an hour's shop. I open up jars of like everything, and I smell it, I touch it.
they
you know,
hire me on the spot.
I mean, and I know what I want. I don't just go by what it says on the thing. I mean, I go by the smell and the terps. I look more at the terps than I do the THC content.
That doesn't mean shit to me anymore, man. The THC content,
Right, yeah.
because I've been so
We don't get to
blasted by
touch
a
in or see
12%
anything.
and a 32% didn't do shit.
It's all test and try.
Yeah.
We don't get to touch or everything sealed, packaged double twice with fucking
900
numbers.
plastic
And I have to carry it around with me on all times. Fucking crazy.
Dude,
shit.
we get stuff in these little tiny green jars like that held an eighth. It's I mean, nothing special. It's just
Well, see, they spend all their money on the packaging and shit out here. I feel like, you know what I mean? It's like, but
yeah. I mean, there's no child proof or nothing. You just pop the lid open and it's in there. But
the one thing about Illinois, though, they regulate the shit out of it. There's a lot of testing they do, so that's cool and everything. But I mean, there's just one company testing everybody's THC percentage. Like, it's kind of shady. But
another reason I don't really pay attention to THC content is I know of another grower kind of near this area, and he had someone sample his weed, and this person, I don't know much about the person. It's just the story I heard. This person swears this stuff's up around 30%. Maybe not. Who knows, right? Yeah, it hasn't been tested. But it gets my buddy all excited that like this is gonna be some hot shit stuff. sends it in for test, and it is good weed. They're like, I've tried it, it's fucking killer. Sends it in for testing, comes back, and it was like 15% THC. Now my buddy was kind of crushed by that, and I was just like, dude, that's why you just don't pay attention to fucking THC content, because it's the entourage effect that like was what ended up getting you high. It's not fucking.
It also depends on what part of the plant they send it in too.
Yeah.
Because they'll send in them top colas to get tested, so they get the highest percentage because they have numbers and schedules to meet.
But then you get an eighth of all
and
bottom
investors
nuts.
to keep fucking happy, right? So they send in those top nugs, but then by the time you get all the bottom nugs and the rest of the mix up, those aren't going to test out the same. You and I know that some of our plants smoke different on, you know what I mean? We can tell which one was getting the most of everything. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
yep.
That's how that works commercially on a larger scale. instead of it doing small amounts, it's large amounts of that going on.
Yeah. All right. Well, Drizzt, we haven't actually said hello to you yet. We've been talking with you for about 20 minutes. So how you doing tonight, brother?
Pretty good. Just hanging in there. Tomorrow is my Friday, thank God. And it'll be my hardest day. It's always the worst. People are off work, so they're all calling in.
Great taste of weed.
Yeah, it's going to be nothing but back to back on the phone all day long. But I'll get over it, and then it'll be over, and I'll have 2 days off, just like you guys are starting now.
Yeah. Yeah. I just got a text message from Indica B. He says he'll be here in about 20 minutes. Just a little behind. And just as I say that, looks like we got Sam trying to jump in here with us. So this is going to be great. I can't wait to talk with him.
All right, on. Hey, Sam.
He's just got his audio hooking on right now. And he freezes.
I tell you what, it's not yours is not the only podcast that does that. I'll tell you what, man. Fumidor, if you ever watch his stuff, he freezes all the time. Every one of his guests are always freezing. It's like, man, I'm like, wow.
Nope. One second. So just
Hey, Blazing Asian, you tried that what was it? Which one? What was that birthday one? What was it? Birthday party? Did you like it? I think it tastes really good.
I'm stuck.
I think it tastes great.
had people asking questions. All right, well, let's try Sam. You're muted, bud, but can you hear us? Can we hear you if you tried talking?
I can hear you. I'm here.
Excellent. We can hear you.
There we go.
Hey,
I had to move into a better room.
How you doing?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
Great. So you sent me a message there not long ago saying you had to roll some joints before you could jump on with us. Would you roll up?
I got some raw black slims in the mail today. Because
Ooh,
everything's super, like, the nearest smoke shop that's an actual smoke shop is like 70 minutes away, probably. And, we don't have it. I rolled up a blunt for later, too. But what are you guys doing?
Well, the
Anything
usual.
good?
Puffing on some Slurricane out of the vaporizer, so it's pretty wonderful. Was playing with acacia thorns all the last couple days, so my hands are feeling like pin cushions right now. Because even leather gloves, they'll just chew right through them. It just takes a little bit longer than normal gloves. And, so rolling joints right now it's a task. It ain't easy. So the hands are all swollen and sore. So I'm so happy to have the vaporizer because it's like effortless now.
I bet.
Oh, we're wearing both Slayer shirts, brother.
Right on, dude. So what's up? Hadley's comment.
Hey, do you remember when Rage Against the Machine came to Spanish Fork?
Yeah.
And they caused such a ruckus that the fucking police tried to shut us down, and we all fucking riot. You remember that?
Absolutely, dude.
Okay, I tell everybody about that shit. That was that's the first concert I ever went to.
No joke. That's awesome.
Be a good first policy.
That's way cool. Yeah, man. They like shut the whole city down, like on lockdown, because the cops were so freaked out about the unruly concert goers. That's what
Yeah.
Raging Machine gives you, though.
Oh, rage, man. Oh,
No,
man, I
it's
used
more
to
than
love
that. They overturned a cop car.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like they were rowdy for sure, but I don't know. The cops deserve it, if you ask me. It's like they didn't have to pay for that car. What do they care?
We paid for that car and we didn't like it. It was ugly.
That's what I'm saying. I poop on your car.
Buy you a newer car, a prettier car.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, cop cars. Everybody still freak out when they see him, even though weed's legal.
Probably.
I still do. I don't even have anything on me. I'll see a cop and I'll be
It's like it's what they do, man. It's how they.
my butthole puckers
They
up.
have the power to change your life forever in an instant.
Forever, dude.
Because
I'm
they're
telling
having
you.
a bad day.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one thing I always used to worry about is getting caught with more weed than the legal possession limit now, but now I'm pretty good like that. So I proudly carry around a hell of a lot more than most people are allowed, and I'll just I think it's great. And I kind of can't wait for a cop to eventually pull me over one day so I can produce my prescription stating, yes, sir, I am allowed to have this big, huge freaking bag of weed, and you can't.
What is the legal carry limit for you up there?
It's an ounce. So, but I've got a possession. I've got a prescription which is for up to 50 grams a day. So that puts me up to, I'm allowed to carry up to 150 grams on me.
Right.
So, I have an allotment. Yeah, we got an allotment where I think I'm allowed to get 30 grams every 2 weeks.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah. And then once you I went to the dispensary to try to get an 8 to 9. They're like, you can't get that much. You're over your allotment. I was like, what? I was like,
wow, they keep track of all that. Eh?
Yeah.
No.
So.
Amazing.
Like I saw something on the internet.
So they do it. They do it by gram though, which is really silly, right? Because say I get a quarter of flour, that's 9 grams out of 30. You know what I mean? And then a gram of concentrate lasts a while, allegedly, sometimes. You know, and but yeah, so
that's like what, 2 hits for you?
No, it's a good allegedly, 3.5.
Allegedly.
Oh, okay, 3.5.
No. I'll tell you what, Blazing Asian is the king of fucking dabs in my little small circle. You know what I mean? Of people that I smoke with. He that email he has eats through dabs, man. That thing just because it's so convenient. You just dump and go, dump and go, dump and go. It doesn't stop. You know?
Okay.
I don't have a good dab rig. I just have a little nectar collector.
There's barely anything on here.
I'm bound and determined to get myself an email here.
I'm telling you, these little things are cheap, man. It's $20 at the smoke shop. Get a little, this is the best part that you need is a banger. You know what I mean? A good quality banger.
Like I have a
clean so you can taste it and shit. And what do you got up there, Turk?
Fucking 80s.
We can't.
Good.
Oh.
Yeah, we see a hole right through the plate.
Healthy.
Yeah. Babies.
Hold on. I need another hand.
It's like the third time I've heard that today.
I almost passed out from that dab.
Must be a good one.
All right, I guess I gotta try that cherry gorilla here.
I'm gonna have to hit another one. I was just telling the guys before we started streaming here that I just did the first dab and that I've done all week because I left all that stuff here. Didn't feel like taking it on to work with. And so I come back and hit that one. It was just like, bong. Oh, now I see what you got going on there.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Babies.
We're gonna let the dogs out.
Sweet.
Who let the dogs out?
Cool.
That's
You
nice,
know,
Turk.
That song's
Yeah,
about
those are
ugly
some good
girls.
looking healthy ones. High nitrogen diet. That's how you do that.
Yeah.
And open pollination is always great too.
So what babies are those?
Cheat code.
Cheat code. What do you have? What's the lineage of cheat code?
Up,
So cheat
A,
code.
B, A, B, left, right, down.
That's it. You played the same game.
Finish him.
Yeah, so it's the antidote cross hotcakes, which is cheat code. And so I just played off of that to the cheat sheet because it's the cross with the arise. But it's a 100 phenol count on a Bubba Kush that was done, and they picked a pheno out of there that they named the antidote, and then he crossed it with his hotcakes, which is the wedding's cake cross of the pre-98s.
Ooh, yeah, that all sounds nice.
Yeah, it does.
Hell
Yeah, and then it's crossed to the Twin Cities Arise, so that'll be dope.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for asking. I appreciate it.
I should have been writing that down.
No, that's exciting. I don't know the
There'll be a
process that you had.
lineage
So.
report. These seeds are. I told the panel that a 10-pack is free to you of any kind you want, and honestly, I'd probably shoot you a 3-pack anyway if you wanted something different down the line. So.
Oh yeah, I'd love to see what you got, a list of what you got and stuff. We'll have a chit chat.
Right. So, and then later on down the road, when I find the right mother for this, then I'll hit it with that 88 Afghani, and then those will be available.
Oh yeah, man. That all sounds good.
What's up, Rick? How's it going?
Got lost there for a little while. The other night we were talking, and I don't know if I just wanted to elaborate a little bit more about what we were talking about there. I think it was either you or Blazing Asian was asking about when determining the male and the female.
Yep.
And I thought that maybe what we should have been, no, we were talking about that is the question was like when to flip your the lights,
Right.
and then of course what's going to happen is you're going to, once you're in the 12 hours stage, you're going to see, then you're going to be able to determine the sex of the plant.
You see how it triples? See
Yeah.
the try on there?
Yeah.
Anyway, you were talking about using your calendar, and
Right.
you set the date for when you started germinating and so on. And a little tip that I would like to pass on, as far as when it's in veg, you shouldn't really be looking at the calendar as much as looking at a tape measure.
Okay.
You want to determine how tall that plant is when you flip. It doesn't matter if it takes 14 days or 28 days, or it's how tall the plant is.
Uh-huh.
And that will determine when you want to flip your lights. So.
Right. But just keep in mind that, my light is only so high.
Precisely.
It's strain dependent, right?
Right.
We're talking strain dependent, grow dependent.
Absolutely, yeah. The sativas, of course, they grow a lot faster and taller.
And then some of the hybrids have some pretty incredible stretch, through 6 to 8. They see some of that late stretch, or not 6 to 8, 4 to 6, and then some of them hit that late stretch too. So
Yeah, it's Granddaddy Purple.
yeah.
So
if I could throw a topic out there, I'd like to hear from my American friends what their opinion is of federal legalization. Like, if it's going to come, when it's going to come, and how is it going to affect individual states and that kind of thing.
I've seen that Idaho has like passed a preliminary bill to put it in their state's constitution that to ban it forever, regardless of federal law, which is just asinine.
Wow.
But other than that, I hear, you know, like places like, what was it, Virginia, I think, like certain states that don't have any, you know, like legality in place, like, you know, they're trying to like, their governors are all trying to push it through in budget, you know, in their budgets for their next
These
term.
white ones you can not put in there.
So,
Pop those and just get rid of those.
Okay, you can look through this again. I think
I don't know.
Hmm.
It would be great if it happened. I don't know what it would mean for every state.
Well, I can visualize at least all the dispensaries. They'll be able to use banks,
Yeah.
and also you'll be
Shit,
able
I'm
to.
just trying to get a legal job.
Pretty much.
But
You
you'll be
know?
able to transport between states, inventory. Maybe the prices will go down. I don't know.
Yeah, you would think. But, you know, you never know. See, I saw something on the internet. It's like the government spent all this time trying to fight cannabis, and now they want to be the dealer.
Oh yeah.
Right.
You know, like, well,
Like
Wow.
you
We're not in.
oppressed the people, and now you want to act like the savior, right?
yeah, right? Oh, like, oh, look at this nice thing we did
Yeah.
for you guys. Aren't we great?
Yeah. It's
We locked you up,
extortion.
tortured your children and your parents, but now we're here to save you.
And I really
That's what they
think
are,
what's
man.
going to happen first, I really don't think they're going to see legalization. I think they're going to see decriminalization.
Yeah.
They don't need to jump right into legalization. It'll have too many harmful repercussions. Like
So here's the thing. So I live in a legal country. Now, I have multiple ways of thinking about this. The first, this plant should not be fucking illegal anywhere for any reason. It's fucking ridiculous that it is. Now, as somebody who would like to make a living in the cannabis industry, it should be decriminalized, because before legalization in this country, there was opportunity for anybody like myself with the talent, the skill, and the fucking will to get their ass out there and put their product out there. That was an opportunity. Gray market dispensaries, they fucking flourished all across this country. Legalization comes in, all of those are wiped out, and now it's all big market people selling to dispensaries, right? And it's all this freaking crappy product that you keep hearing me bitch about. So
that's why more people like us need to get into the industry and start following the teachings of, like, you know, Scott and Sarah and a few other farms I'm seeing on Future Cannabis Project. Shout out to them, and start, you know, steering cannabis in the right direction, you know. So
yeah,
there just needs to be education behind it all. You can't just be like,
the
hey,
industry,
here's
right?
everything.
It all starts with us going into the industry as it begins and having good practice, knowing that, you know, other people are going to do this. So make sure you go in and do the best you can. So
We are the youth. We are the future.
I just realized I didn't post this.
my future's over, but for the youth, you know, we could do something for them at least.
Future is now, man.
It never got left for us anyway.
There just needs to be a lot of education behind any type of decriminalization and legalization. You just have to educate the public of the truth. You know, you can't have this reefer madness propaganda going on and then legalize stuff, and then like people are just left in limbo. You know, so you got to give them something to rely upon and give them. Because I mean, I don't know, I can't speak for everybody, but there's a lot of mistrust in the government these days and stuff like that. You know, it's just like because you've been lied to so much about something, and then they're like, oh yeah, here you go. So
dude, I was a test baby, a test tube baby for fucking medications back in the 80s. That's what the Mormons did. They gave me to a bunch of families, and they're like, oh, he's got this and he's got this and there's this problems, and they read things on paper and gave it a list of medications and took the word of a man who was a POS, and gave me a slew of medications that I didn't need, just so they could see how I would react on them. Like, I mean, that's garbage. And they did that to how many children back then?
Yeah, man.
You know?
Unfortunately, stuff like that happened to people, and you were one of those people. So,
Yeah.
maybe you can be a shining light for somebody else that happened to. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find all the medicine that fixes me and makes me have a great day. And that's the fucking medicine I'm going to share with everybody that's like me. I mean, that's my whole.
What's up, it could be?
What's up, dude? I'm getting off the mic now.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
What's up?
What's up, man?
Just saying what's going on.
Yeah, no, man. I was just down there, just transplanted like fucking. I think it was like 32 plants, man. So.
Ooh, wait.
Yeah, fucking busy day, man. Busy day.
What you smoking on?
Some alien cheese, man.
Nice. I like the cheese strains.
I love them.
Yeah, I had some LA cheese the other day. It reminded me of some high school stuff.
Ooh, that sounds good. So how's everybody doing tonight?
Oh, who's that adorable thing?
Hello.
Oh, hey.
How's Bingo, B?
He's doing good, man. He should be finishing his medicine by Sunday. I want to say Sunday or Monday, but he's been doing good. So,
Good.
Yeah, we'll see. We're keeping an eye on him, but he's more and more he's back to himself, which is good.
Cool. There you go. No. That's on TV.
Everybody here.
No, stop it.
They're weighing in on the legalization. They had to get their sense then. I bet their views made more sense.
I bet you'd be absolutely right on that one.
Yep. Does everyone here have a dog? At least one.
I just had the three of mine scrapping and jumping up against the freaking glass sliding window behind me, about 20 feet behind me. It's like crash, bang, crash. It's like, oh, I better open it before it breaks. I think our smallest dog is about 75 pounds, somewhere around there. So.
Oh, wow, yeah. I think that's how much I weighed at like one point when I got arrested.
Yeah.
Not that bad, but.
Hey, 75 pounds? Holy shit. How are you fucking super?
Yeah, that would have been like, what's that show? The Walking Dead?
Yeah. You'd have to.
I think I've seen people like that little, though. That's little.
That's way little, dude. That's
like super little.
Yeah.
I would have to inject a cheeseburger. I feel bad for you.
Inject a cheeseburger.
That's how much my 13-year-old weighs.
Yeah.
Take this, man.
That's how much her 13-year-old little nug weighs.
I think that's how much my sister's niece weighs, and she's like 4 months. She is a chunky monkey.
Yeah, my guy's a little
adorable. Yeah.
I blasted a dookie heavier than that earlier today.
Hey, speaking of Dookie, that was a great album.
Yeah, that was one of the first CDs I ever bought. It would have been either.
Yeah, hey, same here. Fuck yeah.
It would have been either that or Offspring Smash or Ace of Base Sign.
Mine was 311. What album was it?
Self-titled.
I got that in the Nirvana.
I got a little surprise for you boys.
Yours was the Backstreet Boys, Terp? What?
Your mom did what to me? What?
She listened to the Backstreet Boys with you?
Yeah, sometimes.
Decent, bro.
And then the very first tape I ever got was DJ Jazzy Jeff and the French
Sweet. Do you still have it?
No, I traded that to my brother, but I got that album on my playlist. A lot of it, like that song "Nightmare on My Street." That's a classic. Parents just don't understand. That's a classic, right? It's
Yep.
there's some good stuff on there.
For sure.
Yeah, it's great stuff. Well, since we kind of I wouldn't mind talk. We're kind of talking music, so it seems like a good place to kind of jump into this real quick. What a lot of people you don't know is that I've been talking to Sam behind the scenes with Steve, the Weed Wizard. And what we're going to start doing here in the real near future is we're going to start up another podcast that's dedicated to music, primarily heavy metal music, but just I see what Sam's doing on Cannabis and I see what Steve's doing. And this is brilliant stuff. You guys both seem to have a very analytical mind to the way you approach your music, but you both have different approaches to the way you approach it. And I'm one of those people. I can sit there and talk music all day long, just like I can talk weed. I don't have the analytical mind. I just know that I like certain noises, and I like screaming, and I like heavy, and I like to smoke pot. And I think we could all have a lot of fun with that. So I believe we're going to call it the Headbangers Bowl. Steve has that play off the word headbangers, calling everybody headbangers, and I think that is brilliant. So we put that out there as a title for the show we're going to do. So that's something we're going to start doing here in the near future. So if there's any metalheads out there, come hang out with us. Indicators looks like it'll probably be a Sunday afternoon show. It doesn't take place. That doesn't take place over this show at all. It's a completely different show that just happens on its own. But this show remains the priority.
Hey, my phone's gonna die, so I don't want to. I at least want to say bye to everybody. So,
all right, brother. Well, we love you.
Later. It's good to see you in Kabi. Shout out to Katsu Bluebird. Shout out to Irie Genetics. Shout out to Rasta Jeff. Shout out to Build the Soil.
Shout out to Caribou TV.
Shout out to Caribou TV. Shout out to all you guys. Peace out.
Bye, guys.
See you guys later. Have a great night. So yeah, that's something Sam and I and Steve we're gonna start working on here pretty quick.
Yep, should be good.
Open a comments. What anybody got anything to say about that? Any metalheads in here listening?
Not me, brother. Sorry.
Well, I kind of feel you.
What do you like?
Your head would roll off at your age if you tried headbanging.
Yeah, no, dude, that's like way past what I can do, man. I basically don't even listen to music anymore. I watch TV and do my grow. Other than that, I'm working. So I don't have time to do nothing else.
Yeah.
When I'm in the car, I don't listen to the radio. I listen to a podcast.
Right. Yeah, I got podcasts on 24/7 when I'm in the apartment, just in the background, so I can just absorb what I can, you know.
I don't honestly know how like I'm gonna fit this in. I don't really have the time for it myself. I just know it's something I want to do. I like talking about music, and it's just like back in high school, I was the kid that always had the headphones around his neck and the Walkman in my pocket, always at all times. I was reading Hit Parader and Circus and Metal Edge and all that, Revolver a little bit later when that came on. I knew about every band, every song, and I was the guy who was making mixtapes and introducing everybody to everyone else. Like it was just, and then I lost that over the years because you start like say where I work now, I was the only metalhead on the crew. So you end up listening to a lot of like old rock. Everybody gets along with old rock, but you stop listening to that. And then, I've been listening to a lot more metal in the last while since I've been on a different crew. And it's just like, yeah, man, let's talk about this. It's fun. It's like talking about weed for me. Like I get excited about it. I'm like, yeah, let's do it, man. Like, so I think it's going to be a blast. I'm really excited about that. And I saw Fluffy Kittens. He was talking about that in chat. He seems pretty stoked for that too.
I think that's awesome. Hell yeah. I think that's really cool.
Another excuse to just get together with the boys, right? And hang
out. No, I mean, music's like such a pivotal thing. I mean, it touches people's lives, you know. Music was huge for me for a long time. Still is, you know. I'm just trying
to help pack groceries in. I'll be right back.
All right.
No doubt.
Go on.
About time for me to turn into a pumpkin here. I got to get up for work in the morning, so Everybody have a good evening, and y'all take care now.
All right, man. Have a good one. Good seeing you.
I'll see you later. Music. What are you drinking?
Coffee.
Mm.
I've been up. I was up since 4:30 this morning. Man. I get up early, you know.
Caffeinated or not caffeinated?
Caffeinated.
Did you
I'm
know
tired,
that decaf actually has caffeine in it?
Yeah, but I don't know.
It's just
like,
a small amount.
Yeah.
Dude, I worked at a gas station for like, I don't know how long, 5 years probably, close to 4 years, we'll say. And I didn't even know that the decaf had caffeine in it until like a year ago.
Yeah.
I was like, what? My mind was blown, dude.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I'll just drink the leaded.
Yeah. Need some lead.
How did the transplant and everything go, Indica?
It went good, man. I had the wife help me, dude, so it was pretty good. We had a whole process, you know what I mean, man? So it was time.
Was that her first time helping you on that large scale of something?
At that amount, yeah. At that amount, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I had to feed the flower room, so did a little mammoth pee in there tonight. And I also threw a little nectar of the god fishbone meal in there too as well, a little liquid just to kind of juice up
Cool.
fast, and quick. Yeah, man, and then transplanted all the dragon punch. What else do I got? Shit, Skunk Hero RBX 2x2s. A bunch of clones that I took from all that I got running in the room, which is Cherry Garcia, Lemon Jeffrey, Golden Goat, and Key Lime Pie. And then I got 5 of those Granddaddy Garlics by Adam. Shout out to Adam, brother. They're looking beautiful. And what else do I got? I think that's it, man.
I think that's it. Oh yeah, dude. That's a nice lineup. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, and the 2 orange gasms going too, man. Those are looking like they're gonna get transplanted probably next week, man. So
oh yeah.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of work, dude. But ready, man. Like I told my wife tonight, I'm like, same video I sent you, man. I'm like, so you ready to do a whole greenhouse that big? I'm like, you ready for this shit? She's like, hell no. I'm like, I am. I'm ready to fucking dab all day and do thousands of plants, man.
Right. Let's do it.
I'm ready, dude.
That's what's up, brother.
Yeah, man.
You got the fire, man.
So those all went into 1 gallons, man, and we'll let them rip for a few weeks in 1 gallons, and then probably hit 2 gallons before, just to buy me some time until I harvest that room, because those will all be going in that room next. So, and then I'm gonna try to fit as many 5 gallons on that 4x8 table this next run. So, try to hit like 15, 20 of them on there.
It's decent.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then just getting ready for outdoors, man. Just dropped off like 30-something bags of soil at the outdoor location. And
did you pick your lineup yet?
Greenhouse up, man, over there. So putting a 14 by 24 by 10-foot greenhouse up, man. So
ooh-wee.
Yeah. And
did you pick your lineup? Your genetics yet? You know what you want to run? Or?
Yeah, man. I don't know. No, I'm still.
Yeah.
I gotta get.
That's still back here somewhere. You got all this other shit going on.
You know what I'm saying? If not, I guess I'll take some clones.
Good
man.
problems to have, though, brother. Good problems to have chasing the dream. Man.
And then shout out to Automation is Freedom too, man. Probably gonna see him this week. We're gonna go look at that property, man. That we kind of got the okay on by the time to put a micro facility there. So it's going to the point now, I think, where we're waiting to see what the community has to say with the people that live around residential wise, and if that's an okay, man, it's on. So
oh yeah,
it's 39 point something acres. So
fuck yeah.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Wow. Yeah, man. Yep. So we'll see what happens, So we want to go up there, meet up there Sunday, and at least go walk the property, check it out. So there's a brook in the back, and it runs down from Vermont. It comes down, and we want to see how big, how deep, etc. Because if it's perfect, we're gonna tap into that, man, and that's gonna do a lot of benefit for us for like like water power, solar, and shit like that, man. What we have these all these ideas that we want to do to save us money and to be green and efficient, which they look forward, or they look upon here where in Massachusetts when you apply for a license. So we want to go as green as possible, you know what I mean? So we're kind of hoping.
Are you going to be supplementing light in the greenhouses?
Absolutely, yeah, especially out here, man. Yeah, we're gonna have no choice, you know what I mean? So, and we're gonna try to run through the winter times, that's the goal, but maybe not the first year, second year, but in the end result, that's the goal. And that will definitely help out, you know what I mean, with just heat wise too. So, but
Sure. Yeah.
so yeah, a lot going on, man. And then I start some fucking college classes, or I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
I
Yeah.
haven't started them yet.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, so once I hit the start button, I got a year to finish this. So I found some courses, online cannabis education, and we have a community college here, and they actually carry that program, I guess, through their college. And so I paid for the courses, and there's 9 course. What is it? Let me see here. Took a picture of it the other day, I believe. I thought I did, but yeah, there's 9. Let's see right here. Yeah, so there's 9 different or sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different courses that you get, and you have a year to complete. There's like all under each subject. There's all different stuff you have to complete, take a quiz, and then at the end it's like a 250 master quiz, and you get like 9 looked upon, I guess, in the industry certifications in cannabis. So
So it's a commitment of about how much of your time a week, say?
It doesn't really matter. So from what I read, people that know cannabis and have a lot of time on their hands, as like right now, like, are home from coronavirus or whatever it may be. Some people are banging this out in like a month and completing it and passing it. So
the whole thing.
You can work at your own pace.
Yeah, the whole entire thing. Yeah, you have a whole year to complete it from start to finish. So once I hit like the little start thing that I have, I start then.
A timer, I guess.
Yeah, it starts the timer for a year. So I'm trying to get all this shit done and caught up here in the gardens and stuff, and just be all right. I'm good. So then I can just start fresh. I'm hoping like Monday I can start. And I'm trying to dedicate like 2 to 3 hours of my time every day. You know what I mean, to it, to try to really knock it out fast. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, buddy. Cool.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm fucking stoked for that, man. You know what I mean? It's good investment, I guess, in myself. You know what I mean? So. See what happens.
How is that like price compared to
Actually, it wasn't bad, man. It was $249, and I didn't realize. I guess they had like a little special going on. I paid $199 for it, man. I'm checking.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, so
well, good for you.
I don't know if it's college. My college is offering a special through it or whatever, but I know like if you go on online cannabis education, I believe.com. I think it's $249. Yeah. So
right on.
You're good.
Well, hopefully you learn something.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
I guess it'll be super easy.
That's what I'm hoping. And I know here, like, the state, like when you go for licenses and stuff here, obviously there's no college really yet that you can go to and get like a horticulture license or something in cannabis. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing really like that set in stone. So they try to like but they'll suggest it may be a step for you to get your license that you have to go through courses and stuff.
Right.
So I kind of want to start on it now, you know what I mean, and get that done and have it, so hopefully that will help us too when we do apply for the license through the state, you know what I mean? That
right, and be like, hey,
we're not waiting for them to tell us what to do, you know what I mean? We're really taking this serious, you know what I mean? So
Hell yeah.
That's a pretty affordable, especially like compared to some of the
It is,
classes.
man.
I think they do have some state classes here. I was looking at them around here and stuff like that, and they have like a cannabis cultivation or something, cannabis horticulture. I think the state is actually sponsoring some stuff, which I was pretty surprised about. I got to do a little bit more digging into it, but that's really cool, and I love how reasonably priced it is. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these other places are it's absorbent. You know what I mean? Like, so.
Yeah. So yeah, these registered courses is marijuana as medicine, myths, miracles, revealed, how to be a bud tender in the medical marijuana dispensary, delivery, jobs, businesses, medical marijuana laws and regulations, marijuana cooking and extractions, and how to grow medical marijuana. And then I know like once you click on those courses, they open up and there's like, you know, like 25, 30 different like subjects like underneath them, then with like a quiz, you know what I mean? And then I'm gonna assume the main quiz and the master test or whatever is probably just everything, you know, from every little subject combined, I'm gonna assume, you know. So we'll find out.
That's cool, man. I'm excited for you.
Yeah, man. I
Yeah.
fucking prepared, man. Went and bought me a notebook and my wife. So the idea is my wife is going to join me and do it with me, and then on her own, since you know I'm home, you know what I mean, all day. And so then maybe then if she feels comfortable enough, I can just pay for it, and it's something that she can kind of fly through real quick, like the subject wise, take the quizzes, pass them in confidence, and then just go right to the master test and get it, you know, in a couple weeks or something. You know what I mean? And then she'll have it, you know. So
Right on. Right on.
take
Yeah.
advantage of it, man. You know what I mean? So you know, might as well have her do it with me instead of me just doing it. You know what I mean? She lives here too, you know. So
No doubt. Caribou's eyes look a little low. I think he's properly stoned for the first time in a little while.
not me, man. I've been smoking all day, but damn, all this goddamn work, dude. I can't even enjoy the high. You know what I mean?
You can't even sit back and enjoy it.
I sit down. For,
I haven't done dabs all week long, but also like I fucking so people in chat are wondering about how this happened. I mentioned to them so I was just listening to Indica talk there and chatting with them, and I wiped out on the ice pretty good and ate shit this morning or this afternoon, I should say, getting out of so we drive from Vernon to my boss's house, who lives about 45 minutes from where I am. And I get out and it just snowed, and his driveway is a sheet of ice with 3 to 4 inches of snow on it. And I grab my suitcase and stuff, get out of that truck and walk around the front to go to mine, and just feet come out from under me, eat shit. And, you know, it was kind of funny, and, you know, you feel stupid. Everyone's laughing at you. It is what it is. We all done that. We've all been there. And I get all that stuff put in my truck, and I had to crawl underneath my truck to grab my cell phone and keys and stuff. And, get that stuff in the truck. And then I walking back, I wiped out and ate shit in the exact same spot again, knowing full well exactly where it is. And it hurt a lot more the second time.
I'm glad I was on mute. I'm over here in the background laughing my ass off.
Well,
I'm
it's
sorry to be laughing, but I know exactly what you mean. There's a spot right in front of my building, and I slip at it every freaking day, man.
Yeah, and like, well, then
every
the thing is, like, I was
day.
watching for it, and
It's like I carefully fall now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I fell worse the second time, knowing it was there and preparing myself for it, and like trying to slowly make my way across. And somehow I hit the ground harder the second time. And I was just like, my foreman's laughing at me, and you could hear but he's also like, "Are you okay?" Because, you know, you hit hard. And then you see his wife's probably, you know, 150 feet away back at the house, and she sees this. She's just like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" It's just, yeah, I'm fine. My pride might be a little bit hurt, and I've got some probably bruises, and we'll see. It is what it is, but it makes for a good story at the end of the day, right? Gotta be able to laugh.
You just gotta take a few extra dabs, bro, and you'll be all right, man.
Well, and I did, man, because I hadn't done dabs all week long, because I just left them here. I was like, I didn't need them because I was And yeah, I had a little bit left, and I come home just as I was sending the invites about a half hour before the show, and I hit one and just like loaded up on that. Oh, and then I started eating the edibles, which I haven't touched. Oh, baby, yeah. Here, hold on. I'll throw you on the speaker view, see if we can get you a close up. You'll have to talk while you show us that.
So yeah, I'm gonna post these up on Cannabis tomorrow, but so that was key lime pie cut that I took, and I have 3 of them in flower right now. And that's 16 days right there, man, from cut. And then let's see.
Wow. Yeah, they're really happy, healthy.
Look how thick that one is, man.
Oh wow.
No.
Root porn.
Yeah.
Ooh, wait. You said that's how many days? 16?
16, yeah. Tomorrow's 17 days.
I was Blazing Asian was on to show you.
So
what
these
we had.
these right here are the same. I gotta look, man. But we forgot to put the tags like I showed you on the first one. I should have took every picture with tags. But so a couple of these right here are the Dragon Punch and the Granddaddy Garlic that Adam did. So I believe I'll tell you right now. So yeah, right here. So that's Granddaddy Garlic by Adam.
Oh yeah.
And same as that one right there.
Healthy looking.
And then
Oh yeah.
that right there is Irie. Shout out to Rasta Jeff, Irie Genetics. That's the Dragon Punch. And same with that one. Yeah, same with that one right there. And then the rest of them in the beginning, I showed you cuts. So,
Oh yeah.
Looks really good.
yeah, man, really healthy. Very, very, very healthy, man. I'm stoked to see what these do. You know what I mean? And hopefully we find some killer females too. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then, yeah, I think once we wipe this out, man, we're gonna jump on your stuff, Caribou, and start popping those because I'll kind of quiet down here and because I'll be focusing on outdoors, you know, the greenhouse. So,
Yep.
So yeah, we're gonna kind of just quiet down here a little bit and maybe less in the flower room, you know what I mean? Not as much, you know, and I want to dig into your genetics because what I would like to do, and I would love to have done it this year, and I just don't have the fucking time, man. Is I want to try to find some good females of yours, man. Run through those, and I want to grow some outdoors, man, next year, and I want to see what they do, man. You know what I mean? Before I put them in a facility, if we're blessed for all this to happen and get this micro license and stuff through the state, you know what I mean? And then you know what I mean, so I know what I'm looking for, you know, I'll be ready, you know what I mean, you know, what you know, pest, mold, whatever they are, you know, resistance to, not resistant to, you know, etc. And then obviously I can get you nice shots, man, you know, and at least that will be outdoor wise too, and never mind indoor, you know, for what you just popped a bunch of his too, right?
Yeah.
Steve there?
Yeah, we just we had 22 out of 24 pop. They're all above dirt.
There you go.
Doing great so far, man. I'm excited to see what happens with them.
Yeah, so that's yeah, I'd like to that's what I'd like to run, and then just, you know, find some good females, man, and you know, take some cuts or whatever and run them outside next year, you know. I think this year to run some I don't know what yet, but dial in that greenhouse and then fucking rock out with some of your strains next year, man. You know?
Oh yeah.
You know? And I just feel like that will just make us and my team and the people that, you know, are gonna be, you know, right behind me doing all this, you know what I mean? We'll know what to expect with your genetics, man, because, you know, I would like to someday, like, you know, just have, you know, 900, you know, 900 violators running or something, or some meatheads or some shit, you know what I mean? Something.
Not only that, have like a good crew running the same shit, you know what I mean? Everybody running a good genetic lineup, you know what I mean? And that'd be cool.
Hell yeah, man.
It's exciting thinking about the future of what's going to be going on in the vicinity of this crew. Just everybody's life is going to get good.
I hope.
It is good.
Absolutely.
That's what I hope. That's like what me and my wife talking, man. Like, everybody knows, like I walked away from work and all this shit, man, being sick, and we're just so much fucking debt. And it's like, we're almost gonna lose our house, man. It's just crazy, and then it's just like out of nowhere, I got someone that invested in me to help me out so I could start getting caught up on my bills, you know what I mean? And get some things that I needed to complete downstairs and just there's people saying yes about this land. It's just everything's just it's like holy shit, man. Is there finally this little light somewhere at the end of this tunnel? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like maybe
Cool.
it does pay off in the end, So
Yeah.
Can I take a second here? I wanted to talk. I want to give a shout out to Emrods. Yeah, he not only is he a kick-ass follower and chat all the time, hanging out with us, but he reached out to me on Instagram earlier today. And as I've said before, he owns a smoke shop, the 40-acre smoke shop down in Florida. Check them out. And he got a shipment of nutrients in. I believe I'd never heard of them. I believe they're called Foop. And anyways, he wants to donate a starter kit as a giveaway. He offered that up, and so I just want to put that out there. I'm going to reach out to him again. I was traveling when he reached out, so just wasn't able to hash out any details. But I will reach out to him hopefully tomorrow, and we'll figure that out and get that done. And then also I think we're just about ready to do our giveaway we were yakking about in the past, are we not?
yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, I definitely, yeah. Whenever you're ready, man. Whenever you
Okay,
want.
so I'll reach out to you tomorrow since I should be able to have a bit of time there, and we'll just see if we can
This is brand new.
figure
Dude.
that out.
I found this cleaning up, man. When I ran
Nice.
when I ran hydro, man, it was like 6 months ago, give or take, maybe a little bit longer. I ran the Flora series, man, and so this is a whole brand new gallon, dude, never been open. I'm gonna throw in, man. So
Nice.
cool.
Yeah, that's very
All right. That'll last somebody a while for that little setup right there.
To be honest with you, man, like I said, I don't, like I said, I keep to myself. But I don't know a lot of people, man, that grow and stuff or take it as serious as we all do, So I'd rather see that go to someone that can put it to use, man, and
Absolutely.
the benefit from it. It's just sitting here collecting fucking dust at my house, dude.
well.
So.
And what I would like, I would like to see that go to a new grower, preferably.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I was thinking, right?
We've talked about possibly putting like limitations on this or whatnot. And what it is, people, is, and we'll show you in detail real soon on one of the next episodes. But it's basically a grower starter kit, and about one of the best grower starter kits that you're gonna find. So it's most people watching this already have all this kind of stuff. So it's like if you don't actually need it, man, maybe just hold back and let somebody else that does need this
tell somebody about it.
Yeah.
Or tell one of the new guys, out there, new girls, whatever.
Oh yeah. Yeah, let me check maybe tomorrow, man, and let me go see my guy at my grocery store, man. Maybe I'll see if I can get the what is it, the grow and bloom.
Boom, yeah.
I'll get a small bottle or something to throw in there so it's at least complete for a new grower, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Yeah, we'll get that together here and we'll get that up and going, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, I was gonna send those Chongo terpene titty seeds I got. I was gonna send those in for the giveaway too.
All right, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll definitely get those out there.
Well,
I'll send those out tomorrow.
If you want, man, it's up to you. Like,
and I just waiting
save
for
the money, man, and whoever wins it, just I'll shoot them your address or Caribou will or whatever, and just ship them straight there, man. Just to save you.
All right, yeah, we'll do something like that.
It makes sense to have you pay and then have me pay. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
I'll pack all this. Is going to cost quite a bit, man. It's a lot of stuff, dude. So
yeah.
Well, especially by the time you add in a couple gallons of juice in there too. That's
by the time this giveaway is done, there's gonna be, yeah, man, that's nice. That's a nice setup right there.
It's great, and it's done for all the right reasons. And like I said, I just sincerely hope that it goes to a new grower that's looking to start out. And just however it gets there, whether they win it or it's given to them by somebody that does, I just think that would be the awesomest shit. And then show us pictures. By all means, show us your pictures. We would love to see them. Post them on Cannabis. Another thing that back before I had all you guys join me in on all the fun here, when it was just me, I kept telling people, or the think pretty much just Rick actually, send pictures in and we'll put them up on the show and stuff like that. Now we're up to 5 people that actually watch the show, so it's exciting. But anyways, you guys, if you want your pictures of your nugs or whatever, if you got some kick-ass concentrates, you want to show them off, send them in to us and we'll show them up on here. I figured out how to do the share screen thing, so we can do that. I haven't figured it out well enough to be able to do the intro that Keeper did up for us. I would like to figure that out eventually, but
Just get them to send buds in.
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah. We'll
Find a picture.
we'll take pictures of them,
Tasters panel one night.
Yeah, we'll take pictures of them for you and we'll post them up and we'll taste them as well. You know what I mean? We'll sample.
Just try to help.
I got no qualms with that.
We'll give you a full review, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, and to Cariboo, I'll throw in there too. Fluffkins too. He's sending those pots my way too as well. So those pots, there's gonna be some pots going with that too. So
yeah, that's awesome. I love it. I really love
it. What pots are those?
I forget what ones he said, man.
Gallon cloth pots, I think he said.
I think something like that. Yeah, I believe they were. I know they're 3 gals, I think he said, or something.
Or 3 gallon, maybe, yeah.
That's a good size.
Yeah.
It's a good size.
Oh yeah. What's the name of Emerald shop, Cariboo? I wanted to write that down. Check
40
it out.
40 acres. 40 acre smoke shop. I believe it is. I hope I'm not butchering that on the air, but I'm pretty sure that's how I've said it every episode. So if I have, I've screwed it up every episode and he's not corrected me. So I'm not sure whereabouts in Florida is. I just know he's down there somewhere, and he is also a rod maker, but I don't want to screw that one up. Yeah, it sounds like he's into a lot of stuff on there. Let's support that guy because I also love fishing and I support that.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. So Fluffkin said extra tall fabric 7 gal.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's badass. Thank you, Fluffkins.
That's really dope.
The fabric pot has really taken over, eh? Seems like you see a lot of it out there.
I have.
That's all I've used thus far.
Yeah, I'm running all solid plastics, man. This time, I'm tired.
Are you?
Tired of fabric pots, dude. Yeah, I've ran them a lot.
It can be a headache, especially when you first start watering them.
Yeah, it's not even that. It's just I'm a very cleansy person, as you guys all see from my videos and stuff, and just a pain in the ass cleaning them, man. When I ran Coco, man. And they weren't cheap pots. I forget the name of the brand name of them, dude. It bit me in the ass, man. I ended up getting I forget what I had, some type of fucking. I had a lockout for some reason. Salt buildup, and my wife put them washed them. Fucking, dude, she went through I swear 3 days of fucking clean. These things look brand new, dude. I thought, man, and then yeah, I don't know, man. And it's just I don't know.
I noticed
I guess unless if you're not doing soil, like a no-till thing, or even whatever, if you're even you're tilling and re-amending or whatever, I think fabric pots is definitely. I'm gonna go fabrics outdoors. I love them outdoors. You know what I mean? And then they're gonna be.
No, I think you had something going with the salts though. You got to be careful with those flushes and stuff because I wasn't doing enough of it, and I had some that lockout issue as well. You know what I mean? I do feel that they kind of hold on to salts a little bit more so than, and so I'm stoked to get into this organic stuff. So getting off the bottles,
like fabric pots, organic wise, I would definitely rock all the time, man. Just for me, just what downstairs, man. It's just easier, clean wise, faster processes, just quicker. With plastics, man. You know what I mean? And it's just cheaper.
Oh yeah, there's time and place for everything.
And then. Yep. I have so much extra, I can use it both here and outdoors, you know what I mean? And then just, make sure it gets washed real good before it gets used out there, or vice versa, so.
But I've seen a lot of good things about the air pots too, and their plastic.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I've seen a lot of good things on those, yeah.
Fluffy's got a couple of those, yeah?
I think so. I think he said he's had a couple of those. Yeah.
I think Terp's got a couple.
I think Fluffy does too. He'll chime in about that in chat here real quick. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the wife's two orange gasms by
Wow.
Irie, Rasa Jeff. Oh, dude, they smell the
Those
step.
Stanleys were huge.
Yeah, man, I do the stem rub on it, dude. It's fucking ridiculous, man. I mean, it's beautiful. It's like straight orange with like a rubbery, like sweaty asshole like punch in the face, man.
Oh, wait.
Meat crab.
And then like you get that at
Sounds
first.
like prom.
Yeah, you get that at first, man, and then it's just like this sensation of just like beautiful oranges after. It's just like, holy shit, man. I can't wait until this thing flowers out. I think, I don't know. I don't know. We haven't really decided what we're gonna do with them yet. I don't know. So I like how they're growing. I really like, how vigorous they are, and just they seem to just, I mean, they're growing beautifully, and so yeah, I'm letting her make the decision, like, should we keep them as some other plants to take some cuts off, because you know what I mean. To me, just from the stem, they seem like they're good phenos. You know what I mean? I don't know. I guess somebody can tell me that if that's random before, but just from that, it tells me like they're gonna be some really good phenos. You know what I mean? Of the orange gasm. So maybe just keep some others around, and I don't know. We'll see. I don't know, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like I was telling her, I was like, maybe we'll just buy another tent.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm running out of room, man. But whatever.
I got my eye on the Space Force by him, but that dragon punch.
Oh, I'm excited, man, for that.
That shit sounds. Every time I listen to that, I've listened to that strain report, I think like 4 times.
Yeah,
every time I listen to it, I'm just like, fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah.
Ever since I like started following him and what have you, and then I was blessed, to be able to recommend seeds and stuff, at a good rate. Yeah, I got him. I was like, it was Black Friday sale or whatever, man. I finally got a pack, man. I was like, yeah, dude. And it's been like a year and a half I've been following him, you know what I mean? And I remember checking out on his website and reading the whole description on it. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna fucking grow this, man. Like, this sounds so fucking dank, dude. And finally, yeah. So I'm praying that even if I only get one good female, man, that's all. I'm praying for something, just one good one. I'll be happy.
That's all you need, man.
Yeah, man, absolutely. So
what's Caribou doing? Dab?
Must be dab time.
Dab time.
Sounds good, man.
I don't know. I'm dabless now. I took my last dab earlier.
Yeah, it's dab time.
I can't wait to press my own dabs. I'm super stoked about that.
Yeah, man, I can't wait to use this rosin bomb, dude. Shout out to Papa Z, man. Yeah, I did, like, we all traded him some beans for it, man. So yeah, I can't wait to fucking rip this thing, dude.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm stoked for you. Anybody squishing their own shit, that's dope.
Yeah, man. I'm excited. I see everybody like on Cannabis and this and that talking about squishing the lemon Jeffrey, and I just see it, dude. It just looks so fucking fire and tasty, man. Like, oh, I can't wait.
Yo, shout out to Pedro's what is it? Pedro's Grow Room.
Yeah, Pedro's
crazy with that stuff, man. Yeah.
Man.
He hangs up them just sheets of just, oh man.
He's a dope ass dude, man. I love his vibes, man. I follow him. I follow his wife too as well. I forget what she goes by, but I follow both of them, man. He's
got good vibes, man. Yeah.
He has some killer recipes for RSO oil, dude. And yeah, he's just a good dude, man. Like, good vibe.
Dope blast.
Smart. He's just an awesome dude, man. I love his stuff, dude.
Yeah. No doubt.
And he takes some monster ass fucking dabs too, dude. Holy shit, man. I think he beats Rasta Jeff, dude, on some dabs that guy takes, dude. Like, holy shit, man.
Man, some of the shit I see on Instagram is just like, what the like. Once you get above an eighth of dabs, like, come on, you're going crazy now. These people got these huge like buckets, that they're just taking these dabs. Like, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I'm just like. Yeah, and like, so much of it just goes down the down tube, though. You know what I mean? Like, all right, whatever, dude.
My lungs wouldn't be able to handle that, man. I can barely handle the dabs I do now, and like I do decent sized dabs, but like, yeah, like I'm surprised I'm not in convulsions after doing the one I just did, for Pete's sakes.
Yeah, these guys are doing like some fucking you know what I mean? Some crazy pure fucking stuff. You know what I mean? It's wild. Like,
well, they're probably actually a lot better at better quality dabs than what I'm pressing too, right?
I mean, I'm sure your stuff's fine, but I mean, some of the stuff, you know what I mean, these people do, it's crazy. It's like they're scientists and shit. I'm like, what? Like they're in cold rooms with like all these. You know, I'm like, wow. You know, like that's what's up.
It's funny because I remember like we were speaking about Pedro. I know I watched one of his videos and he's talking about how he does it in like whatever his cold room temperature is. And then he
And it's like 60.
I was thinking about just like when we first got ours, we hit a heat wave shortly afterwards. And it was like we're trying to clean it up off the parchment. And it's like a like trying to pick up toothpaste almost off the parchment. And it's like, what the hell? And like we were pretty sure that it was like we'd played with it a bit, but not a lot to figure everything out. We're pretty sure it was a heat problem we're having. So tried to stick it in the fridge or the freezer long enough to cool it off, and then pull it out and just start doing, and it doesn't work. It just starts going to gum right away. It's like, yeah. So hearing that, and I just instantly brought me back to that moment because, like, I think we spent a couple hours trying to clean this stuff up, and eventually,
I remember watching. I follow. Like I said, I'm a diehard like Subcool fan, man, and I remember he'd get like a chest freezer, man, on sale on Home Depot. Fucking cut a hole in it for like a 6 or 10 inch fucking exhaust fan, man. And then put that as your AC because it's cheaper to run that as an AC, man. And then like on one side, he could keep all his ice and shit still, whatever, dude. And he'd keep that whole fucking room wherever he's pressing or whatever, bubble hash, whatever he was making, man. That room would stay right at 60 degrees, dude. And I was like, oh shit, man. You know, that's a, you know, and like if you think about it, like I'm sure Pedro's room, I think he's probably got a mini split, man, and all that. You know, that's serious money. You know what I mean? You can go pick up a chest freezer and a fucking exhaust, dude, for probably under $1,000, man. You know what I mean? Some ducking, dude, you know, and cut the damn hole, dude, you know.
Yeah.
But those are the old school days, man, when you used to have to hide the shit, you know what I mean? And you know.
Everything was DIY, huh?
Yeah, man, you had to, you know what I mean? You couldn't have some guy put a mini split in your house and shit and like here and here and here, you know what I mean? Like you had to be quiet about it, man. So
someone was telling me that works good in a pinch as a freeze dryer as well. Is you cut your intake and outtake holes in there, throw your exhaust fan on there, and throw your buckets of ice in there with your plants, and just turn it on, and it'll suck it all out and freeze dry it. Yeah, I've never tried it. I've only been told this information, so like, you know, don't sue me if I'm wrong, kind of stuff. But it came from a reliable source, and it sounds like it should work from a little bit of knowledge on life I have.
It's like I've never, what you just said, I've never done that, but you know, heard of it, but it sounds like it would work, man.
Yeah, it makes sense, right? It's they're the reason like the deciduous trees, the leaves fall off in the winter is to keep the plant from freeze drying, right? Because the cold wind blowing over the surface of the leaves will eventually freeze dry. I mean, so you think when you think about that, right? Your intake and outtake just blowing in that cold air over that surface, and yeah, to my redneck back ass way of thinking, yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping I can get this harvest done, dude, and it's still cold here because the last couple bubble hash runs I did them in my garage, man. It was fucking ice cold in there, dude. It was like the easiest bubble hash runs ever of my life. Fucking, you know, it was just what a difference, you know what I mean? When you're able to control room temperature, it's just the difference in that shit's just crazy, you know.
Cool. I'm gonna go get some edibles. I'll be right back.
I did eat a 60 milligram gummy before this, and it's getting in, you know, it's in effect.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, I earlier, I don't know, I was eating something. If you've seen it, I was like, shout out to Terp, man. Fucking, I chewed down 2 of his gummies, and yeah, I'm starting to feel it. You said that, I'm starting to feel it like right here and shit right now, and I'm starting to relax, man. I don't feel the pain I had earlier, and should be a good night's rest, you know?
So I have a question.
Hey, Beelzebub, that was pretty cool little piece you had there earlier.
Hey, man, I won it from Get Hotbox.
That's nice, dude.
That's
on
dope,
Cannabis. Yeah, I just had to enter 100,000 times where my name was you know, the majority, and I won it.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah, dude. Persistence pays
Yeah.
off.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
There
Absolutely.
actually seems to be a lot of people in the general vicinity of people I know that are winning this stuff.
Yeah.
I
pretty
think
cool.
quite a few people, and I end up just not entering because I can never remember which ones I've already entered, and have I entered this one before, so I just don't even usually end up doing that. But it sounds like I'd actually have a pretty damn good chance of winning if I had, because I know a lot of people that have won a lot of different competitions, draws, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember I won. I got to run those still. I got some shout out to UFO Genetics, man. I got shit. I forgot what I won from them, dude. But I won. I think it was, I forget what pack, 10 pack, 12 pack or something. And I remember I used to always enter stuff, man. You know what I mean? And I never won, dude. And I remember getting the message that I won it. I'm like, bullshit, I never won. You know what I mean? I didn't believe it. And then I started seeing all of it. And then I forget who it was. I think it was Roslyn Ryan. I want to say maybe he won there was 2 packs they were giving away. He won one and I won one or something. And he messaged me. He's like, oh, dude, because I think it was I didn't get on until wicked late at night or something, and didn't answer back to anybody or whatever. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't win nothing, man, And then I start looking, I'm like, oh shit, I did. Sweet.
Yeah, speaking of giveaways, I talked to a couple of people that down there where I was going to send them some seeds a week or two ago now. And then I end up holding up because we put an order in to have stickers printed up. I think I've already mentioned this on the show before. We're still waiting on those. So to anybody that I've talked to that's waiting on seeds for me, that's all we're waiting on. So I think it's worth the wait. You get a couple cool stickers out of it. And what's the rush, right? They'll get there.
Hey man, how long of a wait time are you talking?
That, to be honest, that one I'm not sure.
Because once I get some things finished up and our artist over here, dude, gets a couple of things finished up, I'll throw some stickers in there too. I'll send some up your way. I'll send you a fuck ton of them, man. So you can just, when you're ready, you can throw them in there too. So we'll get some stickers for me too. So
yeah, we can have a lot of fun with that.
yeah, so let me know, man. Or if I get them before you do it, I'll just let you know, and I'll just get your address and I'll shoot them your way. So then you can just, when you're ready, just send them out with the packages or whatever, So.
Yeah. And then another thing is so as we're getting real close to the 100 followers, where I said we would start up a Patreon page. The Patreon page is there. I don't know if anybody were to go on it, if you'd be able to see it or not. I don't know enough about this stuff, but there's no tiers to sign up for right now. I've got to be able to send them banking information, so to accept money for tiers and et cetera. But when I get some time off, I'm going to go talk to a bank about getting all that paperwork type of stuff that I don't understand dealt with. And we'll get on that as soon as possible. That'll be exciting. And we've already talked about how we'll do giveaways for certain tiers. And then also there's another thing we've talked about is, so we've got a lot of individual content creators within this group of regulars on the show. And so a lot of short videos and stuff like that, grow room videos, would be the added content that you'd see on Patreon. This show, no podcast that I do will ever be charged money for. I don't feel good about that, because I do this because this is friends, hanging out with friends, and it just seems like asinine to charge money for that.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, there's a bunch of us trying to promote businesses together as a whole, but also independently. Like, I'm a seed breeder, and one way for me to be able to get my stuff out there is to give seeds away as a free giveaways for Patreon signups and stuff like that, right? Same with merch. We could do shirts, stickers, talk about coffee cups, magnets, you name it, anything you can throw a logo or a witty slogan on, right? The skies are the limits. So right. And so merchandising, it's a great way to make cash for a lot of different people in this group.
Yeah,
And so
man.
that's what
Make it a
Caribou Hart
lunchbox?
TV Patreon will be. And then, like I said, and eventually I'll get to it. I'm working really bad hours. Basically, yeah, the worst possible hours for getting into a bank right now. So, but what do you do? We'll get through it sooner than later. Man. Anyways, it's not like we're in a hurry to get anything of this up and running, because what I would like to start kicking off with is my Violator F2s that I'm working on. And to be honest, those are still probably 2 months away. So why rush? Why rush a good thing? Everything that's worthwhile is worth taking a slow time, build it up, take time, do it right.
No
So
doubt, no doubt. It always pays through at the end with cannabis. You know what I mean? Take your time and do it right. And
yep.
I agree. Absolutely, man. Definitely. I know we talk when we get there going. If we're blessed enough for all this stuff, micro-wise, go. I'll put some, exclusive footage on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be exciting. Yeah. There's a I'm starting to get pictures from a lot of people that are growing my genetics in a lot of different places, and it's just like
That's awesome, man. Hell yeah.
great. Yeah, it's we're supposed to, like, right now it's all everything that I've seen and know of is in North America, which is really cool. Multiple countries, right? That we've got 2 countries and multiple provinces, multiple states, and so I get excited, right? Eventually I'm gonna get a map of the world and just like get like thumbtacks saying, okay, so my genetics are available in this country, this state, just because I'm that corny. I am that corny of a fucking person that I would track that, because there's other countries and other continents where people want my genetics, and to me that is just so cool. Because what was it, about 3 months ago I met you guys, somewhere around there. So do you give it 4, maybe 5 months ago? I was this breeder who, well, like I could literally only give my seeds away, and they like I've never seen pictures of those, right? Like my buddy Myrtle Man, give him a whole bunch of seeds of everything I do, and then he just gives them away to his friends. As here you go, I got these, disperse them like that. So now I'm babbling. I'm excited and I'm high as fuck. I can't help it. Sorry guys. I'm feeling good. I think the edibles are doing me some justice.
I know I feel mine for sure, dude. Smoking up some CBD now, man. So I'm really gonna be just fucking chilling tonight, dude.
Yeah, that's another thing, man. I'm still just absolutely loving the CBD.
Me too.
I was,
You got me on it. Just you started talking about it, bro, and so I started buying it, dude. Now I'm like on it, dude. And now like I was telling my wife, I'm like, shit, I gotta find some CBD to run too. Now I'm like, shit, fuck it.
Well, we were talking about on the last episode how I want to take that Freedom Dream CBD that the Hurt and Albertan gave me, and I want to cross that with Charlotte's Web. And if that cross hasn't already been made and named, I want to call that the Cariboo Hart TV CBD strain, just because we can pass those particular genetics, Charlotte's Web and the Freedom Dream, around to a few different people. Fluffykins wants to breed CBD. Hurt and Albertan can also breed it. You could do that if you wanted dick pic, and I can do it here, right? And it's just everybody's working with the same. It'd just be different phenols that you're working, so it's kind of a good way to encompass everything, I think. And then as soon as we start making the F1s, F2s, or whatever from those and passing those around, eventually everybody in the surrounding group will have that option.
Oh yeah.
But we also want to work on that might not be the best CBD cultivar or CBD THC cultivar, whatever, right? So let's also work on other high end CBD THC crosses. Something like a 12 and 12 would be great.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because too, I want to. So I've been, I don't know shit how many years. A good friend of mine got me on it when I got real sick in 2018, and it's out of Vermont. It's Sun Soil, I believe. Goes by, and I get a package every month sent to my house. But yeah, I take 4 a day. I think they're like 20 milligrams a piece or something. CBD, man, capsules. 4-day right in the morning, boop, every day, man. And let me tell you, there's a huge difference, man. How I feel, and like I said, I don't take nothing that the doctors prescribed me. And I was on like fucking like I don't know 13 fucking medications at one point in time with all these fucking medical issues and shit I was getting diagnosed with. It seemed like every other fucking month, at one point. But yeah, man. So it's like, fuck that shit. You know what I mean? It's like, but now it's like, I look at it, it's like, shit, this has cost me a lot of money too. You know what I mean? It's like fucking, so I'd love to start growing and learn how to, whatever the process of, distilling it, man, and putting it in capsules and making them myself, dude. So I don't have to buy it no more too.
Yeah, and actually, who was it? Growing Smoke on Cannabis. I believe Don Miller. He just he's sending me up a package, and I believe there is some CBD cultivar in there.
Nice, man.
I'm stuck for the name. I want to say it's got the word red in the name, or has red phenotypes in it, or something to that effect. I hope I'm not screwing that up. But it's like, in this mind state right now, I could very well be screwing that up. So. But that's exciting because that's another one to add to potential crosses, or just as it is if it's amazing.
Yeah, I also too, man. Like I remember, I threw it in the chat there when Bingo heard his paw there, man. Like I was putting the CBD, I was poking a hole in the in the Soft Angel pill, man, and I was squeezing it in yogurt, at a certain dose, to see how it affected him. Obviously, you know what I mean, and fucking squeeze a whole pill in it or nothing, you know what I mean. And man, I swear it helped him. You know what I mean? Like I could see a difference in him. And I hear like Pedro and a few other people, man, they give their dogs CBD daily. You know what I mean? And they say it does tremendous benefits. So it's like shit. Could make something for them too, man. And I got 2 shepherds, man. So they're known for a lot of bone and those things. Issues. When they get older, man. You know what I mean? So. Who knows? Maybe it'll give them, an extra 2, 3, 4 years of their, life to live.
Yeah, my parents have a dog, and it takes CBD. It gives them treats, and without it, it gets real bad skin irritation and loses the fur around his eyes when he gets really stressed out and stuff like that. And then with not only that, it's helped his joints. He has arthritis and stuff like that. He runs around for a little bit now, so it's pretty cool seeing all that. And if he ever goes a period without taking it, the arthritis kind of slows him down again. The irritation kind of starts coming back. So I think it's pretty cool.
We've got the Doberman with fat, overweight, and bad hips. So we're excited to CBDs because I've given him small doses of like THC tinctures or whatever. And it helps, but you can also see it makes him dopey, and it's not the intention there, right? It's give him CBDs.
So I think full spectrum is important, but like you said, it's kind of harder with the higher THC. So I think it's cool if you could do start with a THC, the full spectrum base, and cut it down with even more or not THC, but CBD. Or I don't know. There's so much more out there that I'm learning.
Well, you could just take your
CBN. There's so much stuff.
If you were to take say your Charlotte's Web, because that's what I've got handy for CBD at the moment, just make a FSO out of that, and then do the same with a THC based weed. And you could figure that out too. It'd be another way of figuring out.
Yeah, because I bet you if I'm sure it would take a lot of work, but I'm sure if you found like certain cultivars, dude, I bet you that ratios with CBD and that, I bet you would have huge benefits to animals, man. Like who knows what it could do? You know what I mean? Like.
Well, that's why they eat it in the wild naturally. Like some animals are they love that stuff. You know what I mean? And it's for a reason, probably. It's like when we crave something, it's probably because sometimes our body kind of needs that stuff. Like sometimes you ever just crave like a cucumber? Not really, but like sometimes, But,
and if you notice, man, too, like because I've heard numerous stories, man. Because I go to bed, with my 2, you know what I mean. Like dogs getting eating like someone's stash, you know what I mean, man. It's just crazy. Like a dog they don't OD or nothing on it, you know what I'm saying. Like if that was a bottle,
my dog ate an ounce
or some shit, you know what I mean, they'd be fucking dead, man. So it I'm sure it does something beneficial to them. It's just such a high rate, man, at a high content. It just fucking makes them, loopy, and it's not like you said,
My
Ken.
dog was stoned.
That's not
Stuff.
the right thing to do. You know what I mean? But there's got to be some medical benefit with THC and CBD with animal.
I'm just looking at chat right now, and yeah, they're blowing up over the CBD talk. They're loving it. Emrod says he's got some Valley Girl CBD to throw in the mix. Fluffy
Oh,
King
yeah.
saying ACDC's pretty good. And
I'm gonna try to find some feminized. Like I want to just try to find some feminized like within like the next month, man, just so I can just run them outside this year in the greenhouse and just have it, see how they run and stuff, and then
I want to see those auto CBD strains.
some stuff down. You know what I mean? Really start getting into it, but
Hell yeah.
Brad,
hard to
Brad, do you
find
know?
feminized though. On CBD, I've been looking and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know the flowering time for the Charlotte's Web, Brad?
so I gotta preface this with saying this is my first run with CBD. I don't know what I'm looking for yet. So we cut the first one, I believe that it was about 7 weeks. All the trikes on it were cloudy. What I have been told is that is when it's going to be the most CBD potent. I think is that the right phrase I'm looking for. And then we harvested the next one a week later, and then I think the next one is going to get cut this week, and so that should be week 7, 8, 9. If my math is right, either 7, 8, 9 or 8, 9, 10. I'd have to go look at a calendar to be able to tell you for sure, but I think it's 7, 8, 9. Just to see what it does for us, and then from there we'll readjust. We've got a bunch of 2 of each, I believe, in 3-gallon pots that we're gonna grow big and just see what we can do with those. I've got to be honest, I'm really disappointed in our harvest weight off of these for the plants these size. There should be a hell of a lot more, and I think that's my bloom. Figuring how to better do my blooming in the living soil. So it's Fluffykins. I'm gonna end up just tapping him up for so we could actually have a focused discussion on that. We don't do focused all that well on the show. We try. May God bless us. We certainly try, but shit goes.
Caribou, let me know, man, because like I said, I wanna, I'm not a master, man, and I never want to be, but I know he knows quite a bit, and I really want to, I want to learn as much as I can too on.
Or
he's been coaching me step by step on this
Numbers.
soil that I'm making right now.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So
yeah, or maybe we could like even try and have like a quieter Zoom with just like we won't stream it, but we'll put it out later, kind of thing, and then we can maybe edit it and go through it so that when it stuff goes a little bit too haywire, we can just cut that out and bring it back to center. That would be another good option. That would be worth it too.
yeah, we should do that, man. We should find some time that we all have, man. Coming soon, and yeah, I just want to see, what he has to say, and my thing too is, I'm undecided. I don't know how we want to run the greenhouse layout. If we're we get everything that we want. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about trying to maybe do a no-till situation or something like that, or I don't know, man. So I just want to. Yeah.
Because I'm at the point where I might have to go back to salt-based nutrients if I can't keep my harvest weights up. Now that's not what I want to do, and I've said that I'm going to make my own sip pots because I think that's going to be an advantage. Just because for the lack of attention, I can I afford them at times. And I've come across a line in my local grocery store called Blue Sky Nutrients or something to that effect. Blue Sky is the front of it. And they sell liquids and dry powder bases that it's like teas that you could brew up. And when you look in the bag, it's clear. And you can see that it's got a whole bunch of different stuff in there. And I don't want to make this comparison because I've never used them. But like when I see pictures of like what Build a Soil uses, right? It's to me, who's never used one, but I see pictures online, it looks like similar type of stuff, right? So, but I don't know anything about Blue Sky, so I need to delve into it and look at it because it's all organic stuff, and they sell everything from powderized mycelium to like bloom boosting powders. They've got their liquid agents that you can throw in there. And I'm really keen on this because, like I was just saying, like I feel like I'm at the point where I have to maybe go back to doing something I don't really want to do, just because the electrical bill is too much if I'm not pulling weight. Right.
What size pots are you in, man?
Typically using 3s, but I also just tried some 20s, which we had a really good harvest on last time. And then when I re-amended, something wasn't the same. And like I've got these nice big plants, they're all about the same size, but they're different cultivars as well. It's not there, and it should be better. I know it should be better. I know I can do better because I've done better. Right? It's so something in the reamendment is being lost, and that's what I need to reestablish and figure out.
Yeah, I just see right now. MC All Right said that he runs their whole line, man. That you're just talking about.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's decent. He runs their. He says I've ran the whole line up, including the bloom booster. So yeah, man.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to hit you up at some point in time. That's the Hurtin' Albertan there, and I'll have an actual conversation with him.
Oh, that's who that is. Okay, yeah. Sweet.
Yeah, no, that's really encouraging because I just you know how every time you go into the store and you got to look at everything on the shelves and just make sure there's nothing new. And there was something new the last time I went in there, and I was just like, "Oh, what's this?" And like I said, something's got to give. But I feel like if I can go to sip pots, big battery, and then that'll keep my soil moist, which is a big problem. Even with my big 20 gallons that I've been using, the soil dries out over time because it's hard to keep that moist without like completely waterlogging it. Like that's a big mounded dirt right there. So like I gotta re-aerate it with more perlite or like, like I said, it's a conversation I need to have with somebody that knows better than about this because I've gotten myself to this far and now I need to get up to here so I can get up to here.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? Can't agree with that more.
So I think that could be a really good idea. And maybe we'll do a panel and just we won't stream it live and just like so anybody like Beelzebub, if you want to come and hang out and ask questions about that, Blazing Asian, he's getting into doing the living soil and stuff like that. And like let's put some effort into making this look good and sound good and all that stuff. I think
oh yeah, man.
Oh yeah, I've had Fluffy on the horn for the last couple of days putting together this soil that me and Blazing Asian are doing, and he's helped me out tremendously. You know what I mean? I was like at the local store. I was like, yo, so, and he was just like step by step. Even today with the biofish and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Helped me out with that, and he's really knowledgeable with his stuff.
No, I like that he is, and he knows what to get for like affordability too.
That's what I said. I was like, dude, I'm broke as fuck, but like I want to do this shit, like, and he just like, hey, this is what you need, and this is what you can do, and I'm excited. You know what I mean? I'm stoked.
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
Have you looked at any of Chris Trump's videos yet, Dick Pick?
Who?
Chris Trump, KNF. Dude, you got to get on that. He's you want to do your stuff for cheap, all you have to do is get to the bush somewhere where there's logs and stuff that you can overturn looking for fun.
Right. There's this dude, favorite.
Bring all that stuff back to your place.
Yeah, he I believe his favorite enemy, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to him. He's a dope motherfucker. I know he goes and sources a lot of stuff locally out in his neck of the woods and stuff like that. And it's really cool when I see people doing that. And like, I'm stoked. Even if it's just like trace minerals and stuff, I'm kind of trying to delve into just a little bit. I'd love to source some like locally or whatever, wherever I'm at. You know what I mean? I think it's really cool.
Well, Fluffy Kids kind of made that eye-opener statement to me, which was really, I can't believe I was so stupid, being that I am a tree guy and I already have like plant biology knowledge behind me and a fair bit of it. like you say, and he found that rotted out log and he just started scraping the stuff out of it. And that's a lot of that's insect frass from the ants or whatever it was that was up in there. All that finely chewed up dirt, that's insect frass as well. That's gone through their digestive systems and has whatever microbes with the gut microbes or whatever would be in there and everything else good. Like, yeah, you throw that in there, and then that's also going to scare away any other pests and whatnot. Like, it's one of those things where you just like, how could I be so dumb? Like, it's like when you're looking at it, but you're just not thinking on that plane. You know what I mean? And
it just doesn't stop though, because like it gets so deep.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
and then so you start thinking of that, and like, yeah, with all your trace minerals and stuff like that. So you start thinking, if you were to take a tree, whatever it is, and if you had any idea of what the MPK with the K mags, whatever, all the other numbers, letters that you want to throw out there, if you could have some kind of analysis of roughly what you'd look for in the forest, yeah, you could potentially harvest all this good stuff that is going to dictate the stuff. But also other maybe rock surfaces, rock minerals, you go to different terrains and you've got different kind of rocky stuff. So if you happen to know that, say, this sort of granite slate has a little bit of boron or whatever, just to throw something out there, then you could start going and grinding that up somehow and throwing that in your soils, right? I know, and all that is going to cost you nothing but time, a little bit of energy, and I find this kind of work is a lot of fun anyways. If you're into in the bush and just hanging out, it goes hand in hand.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
I think too, I seen the other day on the Michigan Grow Bros show. I think I heard Spartan say that, yeah, when he like goes to the ocean or whatever, man, he takes the sand, you know what I mean, and puts it in jars and takes it home to put it in his no-till gardens and shit.
Oh, that's cool. See, yeah, that's cool, man. Just like wherever you go, bring a piece with you.
I don't know, but I know I just heard it, and I'm pretty sure it was on that show. But yeah, did you check out that YouTube I sent you of Cali Green Buds there? Did you see his shit?
Dude, those things are ridiculous. What?
It's so organic, bro. Outdoors, man. That shit is insane. Yeah.
I mean, it like leaves you speechless when you see that kind of stuff. You're just like, wow.
Yeah, I'll have to put the link in our chat. See how I'll have to figure that out. This guy that I watch on YouTube, Cali Grown.
I mean,
he goes outdoor in Cali, man. He's got a license and stuff in his backyard, and dude, this guy grows like bigger trees than Mendo. I swear, man. Oh my God, you see it, dude. Like these things are like, I'm talking like 10 footers by like 10 feet wide, 10 feet tall, like so fucking months, man. It's so organic. It's like insane. Like, and he goes like through videos like how to like Turp was telling us the other day, I believe, and Fluffkins, like how to cook like like fungal stuff and all that shit. Like this guy gets deep into it, man. It's just like
I was watching him prep all his stuff. Yeah, he's really
his
cool.
product, man, at the end, dude, and it's beautiful, man. It's insane. It's like holy shit, man. And he's I think he's a med grower in Cali, man. Gets all packed up for patients. Yeah. So.
The other day we were talking about kelp. And when I was in the local grocery store talking to Brandon's brother, I guess they used to live up in the Queen Charlotte Islands. Now, we're from Canada and we're from the west coast of Canada, British Columbia. Brad and I live right around the center somewhere. But on the coast and north towards Alaska, is the Queen Charlotte Islands, and I've never been there myself, but apparently it is really spectacular. But Brandon's brother was telling me that the kelp would come in off the ocean and it would pile up on the shore, and they could go down with their pickup and just load their pickup truck with kelp right off the ocean, many truckloads as they want, and take it home for their garden. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I got sent down to a place called Bella Coola for storm cleanup back in December, I think that was. And it's on the ocean, but it's on an inlet. So you've actually got to go like a real freaking long ways to get to open ocean. I've been to the ocean, only a couple handfuls of times in my entire life. I don't know much about it, but I know there's kelp in the ocean. So I brought a big garbage can with me that I was hoping like how I can get a chance to get there and get some kelp. And no, there's a little bit of like seaweed, like small leaved stuff that's clinging to the rocks that would have took me like 3 days to kind of slowly rip enough off to get into the bucket or into the garbage can. But no actual kelp. I was pretty disappointed about that. But then it was immediately after that I found that cheap hookup at the feed store here for the cheap kelp meal, which is next best thing, and I use a lot of that.
Yeah, yeah, that's my next thing to get. That some malted barley. I got some other things I want to get for. I want to start making some teas.
Yeah, sea sprouted teas, bro, man.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. Yeah, that was really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Check those out, dude. Those are awesome, man.
Like a 40 ounce of malted barley tea.
Yeah, man.
In a paper bag.
Yeah, or what I've seen
on the corner.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, or mason jars, man. Yeah. Fucking. Yeah, those are nice. Those are a nice booster, man.
I have a question, Cariboo. What? So you say you're not like getting the same yield as before. So what is the difference? Like, what would you have gotten using, your old method versus going organic like you have?
I think we weren't feeding enough.
Okay, well, it's okay. So I've
like just like on like from one
size
plant,
to do equivalent sized plants. I would say if I was doing hydronewts in a 5-gallon pot, I was typically getting about 4 ounces per plant. And that's without even fully dialing everything in. That's still kind of in the learning phases and whatnot, and trying a bunch of different stuff as I go, but sticking to the same basic line of nutrients. And then I go to organic, and if the same size plant, say about a 3-foot plant for about example, is what I typically try and grow. I'd say 2.5 ish probably. And then except for then I mentioned but one of the things I'm having is that soil is getting depleted. And I'm realizing that was the thing with my CalMag deficiency I keep talking about, was it gets depleted too fast that I don't know exactly quite how to reamend it. So if I'm going to do organics, I don't want to do it in 3-gallon pots anymore, because it's just going to be too much of a hassle to break everything down in time, because we're talking about using oyster shells and rock dusts and stuff like that. It's going to be a slower process.
Even if it did, man, say a 3-gallon pot, man, it would eat that up so fast, dude. You know what I mean? Once it's readily available, it's going to chew right through it,
Yeah. So I feel like if and I really like the 20-gallon pots, and I actually like the idea of throwing more than one plant in there, because then you're also going to be guaranteed surface area. I did that Durban forest project where I took 2 plants that were probably 2.5, maybe 3 feet tall in veg, put them in there, and then just bent them and spun them kind of like a yin yang, and then let them go from there. Well, I flipped that last weekend, and so we'll see how that goes, because that is the full surface area of that pot is covered, and just I'm watching for it and trying to put a little bit more K and a little bit more P in there, but I'm still I'm nervous about it. But like, seems to me all indicators are the big pots work better for this, and it just makes sense. You can have more life in that. The battery analogy is perfect to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think
you guys, anybody have like experience with like using a bed rather than a pot?
I would, what I would love to do, but I've got those 4x8 flood tables. I would love to build like a wooden lip on it to raise it up, because right now you can only get, I think, 4 inches in there. But if you could put another 4 inches or 6 inches or whatever in there of dirt, and then put that as your dirt table right there, and then figure out how to stagger them.
Right.
And then I think I've talked about this on the show. I don't know if this would work very well, or if you would, but if you're to use, say, your cloth pots, and you put them into the dirt, right, and then just cut around the pot and pull it out like a plug when you're done. And then would you be able to throw another one in there and just use that table specifically for bloom and feed it nothing but bloom heavy compost type teas and stuff like that? Would that work, or would you have to just plant everything in that table and do it in that table, veg to bloom, etc., etc.? Because I'm not really set up for that right now, but it's something that could be discussed at some point. What's your guys' thoughts?
Yeah, I guess, man. I don't know.
Because I know people that do grow in those flood tables, but I feel like that in that 4 inches isn't quite deep enough. I feel like, and they'll hit bottom and they'll spread out. So it's not like they're getting heavy root bound. For some reason, I feel like you'll have a little more stability for, if anything.
I seen too, I think it was Spartan Grows or on the Michigan Grow Bro show or whatever. One of the guys had a table, man, like you're talking about, and he had hydroton in the bottom of it. And he had his no-till living soil pots on there, and all the roots are going out, man. And he could liquid feed that or in that, man. There was it was a great ass episode, man. Check it out. I don't know if that's what you're kind of talking about too. I'm not really sure, but look on the Michigan Go Bro show. I think that's where it was. There's like an episode where they have a bunch of guys that are showing their grows off and stuff.
Okay.
And this guy's got like a tray, man. It has hydroton in there, and he's got his bunch of pots on there, and there's like no-till, and fabric pots, and you see all the roots coming out and stuff, and they're going down into the hydroton, and you can liquid feed from there your teas and stuff too. You know what I mean? So there's always constant. They're always constant feeding. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
then
that'd be dual root zone.
you can also top feed or whatever from the top or top. You know what I mean? It's all new to me too, man. So like I got to go back and watch that video probably like 7 more times to really understand it. But
what you're talking about kind of sounds like dual root zone aquaponics to me.
Maybe, man. It was pretty cool. I seen it. I was like, that's a fucking.
But you could also run a system like that without fish, and it would just be like a compost tea that you're running through that root zone. Absolutely. To my way of thinking, I don't see why that wouldn't.
Well, that's what you had originally, or you had that set up, didn't you?
100%. Yes, I did. Using one of those 4x8 tables. So I took one of these 4x8 tables and I plumbed it to run DWC. So there's always a consistent, however many inches of water in there. And I used 2-inch PVC to run across the bottom, because I've seen enough video to know that your pots will get weight and they'll sink into the hydrogen. So to prevent that, we always keep water in there, put the pipe in there, then your layer of hydrogen. Then you take your I tried fabric and plastic pots just to do a side by side and see if there's a difference in them. And so dirt's on one or plastic one side, fabric over here, and you put holes in the bottom of the plastic so that they can grow out through the bottom, and they go down in there into your terrestrial root zone there, or your aquatic root zone. Sorry, terrestrial's the above. And that's it's like watch Potent Ponics. They do a podcast, Growing with Fishes. It's a guy named Steve Dredd is what he goes by on Facebook, and another dude named Marty Waddell from AP Meds. They do it together most time, and these guys are just brilliant. That's
man,
the guys that got me into cannabis podcasts, 100%.
They're like scientists, bro, when it comes to that stuff. They do some beautiful work, man. Some sick stuff when it comes to that, dude. They absolutely do.
Yeah. And that's why I don't want to go back to hydroponic nutrient style growing. Right now, I'm not set up to be able to do aquaponic growing, and that might be a ways in the future before I am. But in the meantime, I do have my indoor fish tank set up so that I can pull aquaponic microbes and stuff out of there, because I like my koi fish and all that stuff, right? That's one of those things that'll never leave me. I like growing fish or growing weed with fish.
We should talk about that sometime.
You can do a simple like rain water catch system and have some goldfish or whatever in it. You know what I mean? And do something simple like that too. You know what I mean? And just go from there. It's kind of cool. And I'm that little city boy right now. So like I was thinking about just getting an aquarium, a little 10, 20 gallon aquarium or whatever.
There you go, man.
Playing with that and stuff. Like just learning about it because it's cool. You know, like getting into living soil. Why not get in a little aquarium or something going? But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, it's a good way to water your plants too, right? If you got the room for an aquarium, yeah, because you're always, I know, and this is another thing I learned from the Potent Ponics, their podcast. I believe it's like a tablespoon of soil or of like water, even the worst aquaponic water will have up to 160% or at least 160% more microbial activity in it than the equivalent amount of dirt. So, wow. And that's not good quality, right? And I've seen this firsthand with my initial run, like the trichome development and the terpene content as well, like the expression. That's what terpene expression. That's what I'm looking for. It's there. It is more extreme because you just have the more. We all know that's how the plants are fed. Is the microbes. There's more microbes to do the job. It works. I need to get back there to start fucking with it. But like I said, I killed my fish. I need to go back to the drawing board. I tried to do that with this wedding cake and super silver haze, but I'm not set up to be able to put them into bloom. So I need to try it with auto flowers or just put it on the back burner until I have it do it right. I can't be killing fish every time. I have no interest in that. It's their family too.
That's all I have been using.
Hey, Rick, what'd you do? Just go turn on your fish light?
Yeah, I got some. Oh, everything's a long story, but
let's hear it.
This year, so I got a pond out front, and so in the summertime I put them out there, and in the wintertime I bring them in. So I've had some like for I think one or two I've had for 4 years now, wow. And anyway, they look after themselves out in the pond. I never feed them. Well, I do now, but for the first couple of years I just let them go. I think they were like 39 cents little fish like this. Anyways, I got to feed them when they're in here. I got to clean the tank, and I mean it's a chore, but. And they're voracious eaters. I mean, they just live to eat. So anyway, I'm walking by one day and I'm thinking, well, geez, maybe I should take some time and enjoy these things. So I got my headphones and rolled a big joint and pulled up the chair here, and I was only a few feet away from the fish tank, and turned on my tunes and smoked my joint. But these fish, and I was expecting the fish to go like you see on TV, they float by gently, and not these. They're looking at me like, feed me, and they're just fucking frantic, man. And I'm going, whoa, there's nothing pleasurable about any of this, man. My
goldfish.
So you're saying go with designer fish?
Say?
You're saying go with designer fish?
No, I think Sam asked if they were goldfish.
But I got to tell you, every year I've sworn at the end of the summer, I'm just going to let them die, and then I get that weak spot in my heart and I bring the bloody things in. I haven't given them names, but one year I said, no, that's it. I'm going to let them die. And we got a snowfall in September, and nobody was ready for it. And my lawnmower, my hoses, I'm running around the property trying to get everything cleaned up and organized. And I ran by the pond, and I got a weak spot in my heart for these things. So I scooped them out and put them into the fish bowl to bring them in the house. Well, I forgot these fish in the fish bowl. So the next morning I was looking out the window, and I can see the birds, they're diving down, and what is going on? So I looked out. Yeah, there's about 20 birds all around the fish tank, and they're looking at this tank thinking, how am I going to get those fish out of there? And the poor fish, I mean, they were just, I ran out and rescued them, and they've survived another year, still with me. My fish.
I
Lucky.
want to hear a
Let's call it
name.
lucky. Yeah.
I want to hear a name come out.
So, Sam, you're a bit of a fish guy, aren't you?
Yeah.
What do you got?
I've had 11 fish tanks running at one time.
Oh, wow.
That qualifies you as a fish guy.
But that turned into like work. You know what I mean? Like it was like, it started like, cool. I have my chair, you know, and I had like a 55 with a 20 long underneath. And then I had a 30 hexagon in the corner, a 10 in front of me, a 20, and what was the other one? Oh, and a 40 breeder, right? So it was like I just had and like everything was different, you know. So I had like heavily planted cichlids over here, you know, whatever.
Yep.
But eventually it's like, well, it just turned into work. Like it was like I couldn't enjoy it. So I got off of work, I came home and I fucking had to do water changes or feed the fish, and it took me like, you know, an hour to feed all the fish because they couldn't all eat the same thing. Like, I don't know. So
yeah, you'll be doing that with weed soon, but you get a bunch of dope ass weed at the end of it. You know what I mean?
know,
So
right?
it's worth every little minute of it. You know
I was gonna say, if you're gonna get a fish tank, dude, I would say get a taller one than you know.
Okay.
Because I've seen not with cannabis, but people do it with like herbs, and you gotta paint, like black out the top 6 inches or 8 inches for the roots, because otherwise they just get the light and they'll just burn off, whatever. But otherwise, then they like self prune too, because they'll hang down, you know what I mean, and they'll only get so long because you know.
Yeah. I've seen what you're talking about. It's pretty cool.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
Tried growing hemp in the back of one of those like aqua clear filters that hangs on the back. I just filled it up with aquarium gravel because I used to work at a freight warehouse up in Prince George, and we had this one day we had 4 big skids of hemp seeds, and it was labeled hemp, not cannabis. I clearly remember this. Didn't even smoke the shit at the time. And they were going to 100 Mile, which is where I happen to live right nowadays. And so, but we see these skids full of hemp seeds, and I was like, oh shit, like put the fork of the forklift on that bag right there. And so I punctures it, and then everybody's grabbing handfuls of these seeds. We're throwing them around all over the place at the warehouse, all over town and stuff like that. And then I tried growing a bunch of them in the back of my filter because I always had fish like almost my entire bachelor life, and just to see what happened. But this was, I didn't have any light for them at all. I figured just window light would be enough, and they just did the stretch till they got to about 8 inches, and then just kind of fall over and dehydrate. Which I was, so yeah, if you think about it, that was shit. That was probably almost 20 years ago. So it's my first attempt at aquaponics without even knowing it right there.
Right.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
Oh yeah, man.
I'm going to say goodnight, gentlemen.
All right.
Good to see you guys.
All right. Well, we love you.
Weekend. Probably see you Sunday.
Absolutely.
All right. Have a good one. It was good seeing you.
Right on, guys.
Yeah, it was.
Good night now.
Good night, brother.
Have a good night.
Yeah, guys, I've been gone all week, and it's time to spend time with my family.
Yeah.
Good.
Them edibles and dabs. Them edibles and dabs kicking in, huh?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right, guys. Yeah, man. I just wanted to thank everybody in chat tonight too for joining us, and
yeah, man. For sure.
Man, you know.
Hit the like button.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Hey, yeah, there was some good comments in chat tonight, so
Yeah.
good activity and stuff. So.
Yeah, no, it's good, and yeah, I think the idea with doing an actual kind of no-till sort of focused talk, and then edit out all the BS and whatnot. I think I like this idea. So if Fluffy Kids, you're still there, I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow and get a hold of you guys and just. It might take us a couple weeks until we can actually get each other down to be able to do it on an off day, but let's start talking about it and hashing it out and see when we can get together.
I think it'll be worth it, man.
I think so. And like
or
I
it
said,
could be like segments and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yep, because you got to, very, very, very great idea. Because
because I mean,
there's a
especially
lot
with-
of editing goes into a huge one. So there's a few ways we could do that. We could try and do one big long talk at once and then just edit it into segments, or just do a couple of different talks and just put them out as is. There's lots of different ways we can kick that cat. So,
hell yeah.
Yeah,
My cat just looked at you angrily.
it's okay. So did mine.
All right, guys. Have a good night, man.
Hi guys.
All right,
Love you, man.
thanks for having me.
Thanks
All
for
right.
coming on, man. It's always great to have you. I hope we see you lots more in the future. And I believe the Super Bowl's this Sunday, so I don't see us getting together to do an episode this Sunday. But I'd like to do like maybe a Zoom chat with you and Steve to just kind of put face to face and kind of actually kick around ideas. Peace,
I'm
brother.
out of here. Yeah, have a good one.
Later.
Because I think that'll be a great idea. And just anyways, we're out here, and everybody, thanks for joining us. It was a great time. I love you all, and we'll see you Sunday. Yeah, Sunday.